Well, so what we're trying to do here, and this is sort of groundbreaking, is prevent drunk driving. Not simply prosecute after it happens, but to prevent it. There is technology that has been developed which could be a godsend. And the way the technology would work, the minute someone who was over the legal limit sat in the driver's seat and touched the steering wheel, the ignition would disengage and the car couldn't drive. Now we have the technology now, but it's not perfected. In other words, you may have I read about this Lindsay Lohan, you know, the movie star. And what they did, because she drank a lot, is they had her wear a bracelet to determine that she couldn't drink again. And that bracelet, this was not for driving, this was just in general, so she'd stop drinking. How does it work? You put the bracelet on someone's hand, and we sweat all the time, even in the winter. And they have very sensitive detectors, and they can tell by the sweat that comes out of your pores if you're over the legal limit. Well, we want to perfect that technology and put it on driving wheels. So the minute the driver touches the wheel and they are over the legal limit, the ignition shuts off. And it takes a lot of work to do, and you also have to deal with people who might try to trick things, wear gloves. So you'd have to have skin on the wheel, but not skin over .08 limit. But we're close. The good news is we're close on this technology. And the good news here is that I think there are 17 of us in the Senate, Democrats and Republicans, bipartisan just like we are here today, Democrats and Republicans, who have come together to create the Roads Safe Act, research of alcohol detection systems for stopping alcohol-related fatalities everywhere. It's called Road Safe. And it would allocate $12 million a year for up to 5 years to perfect the technology. There's a board that would govern its use, made up of the Department of Transportation, private groups like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, the automobile industry, and once it's perfected, the money would stop. And the good news is it's not new money. This is not going to raise taxes a nickel, because there's a fund of hundreds of millions of dollars to go to create safe driving, and we would just take some of that money and use it for this. And I believe it could happen in less than the 5 years. In other words, it's $12 million a year for the research.